feeling ecstatic. It's been 3 years, of a lot of hard work, but also a lot of rewarding results. I think we're in a really good place in terms of, the team, the organization, and the technology. So yeah, really feeling excited. I'd say that the first defining moment is, well, our ability to, retain people's interest in investing in us, right? I think we had an interesting thesis around a platform for serving communities that resonated with quite a number of angel investors, right? So our ability to gain their confidence enough for them to invest in us was, for me, quite, definitive and interesting. Of course, in the course of running a startup, there are many ups and downs. So there have been also many difficulties that we have surmounted. And I look at all of those as defining moments that basically just help us to, be stronger, come out stronger, be a more resilient organization. And I think we're in the middle of a defining moment now as we launch, a couple of products aimed at serving or deepening the value that our customers get from Venco. So we are talking about our marketplace advertising products as well as Venco Connect. So we're in the middle of those right now, and they're quite exciting and very defining times for us. Communities may be resistant to change, but they also understand the difficulties that they face, right? And we've just approached it by providing a platform with great user experience that speaks directly to what the operators and the users or the residents within the communities want, and that just provides value. Right. I think a big edge for us also is just the quality of our customer experience and support. That has been instrumental in, keeping people referring our businesses, to our solution, our platform, to other communities. So I think that, yeah, even though the environment, there's resistance to change and also a bit of price sensitivity, people still recognize value, and when you are providing that value, they'll patronize you because the need that we are, serving and the problems that we are solving for are real problems, that can be quite costly for communities if they don't, adopt platforms like ours. For me personally, just, making efforts to grow a business and see it grow in terms of, size, in terms of revenue, in terms of, the audience that we are catering to. That has been quite fulfilling. So even on the tough days, you kind of look around and say, hey, this platform that we built is impacting truly thousands of lives. It's making, life easier for residents in the communities that we serve. And it's also providing transparency, in the operations of, communities. As a company, I think what would also be most fulfilling is just seeing all the efforts that we make, even when we don't get it right the first time, but just continuing to iterate and try, to bring out something of value, seeing that actually being positively spoken about, right? Today we have quite a number of people who, in the course of discussion on social media and other places, have to talk about our class of solution. And Venco is always spoken of in a very good light, by these people. So I would say that as a community, as an organization, as a company, we find that quite fulfilling. Oh, well, in the next 3 years, Venco is in 100,000 households. We've saturated the markets, in Nigeria, Ghana, and Kenya, where we currently operate, right? And we've become the default platform that third parties, businesses, merchants you want to use to gain access to households. When you look at the GDP of countries, a lot of the spend, and the commerce is still happening in the context of households. We've captured them at Venco through our community management platforms, and now we want to be able to have those households extract value from being in the communities where they are, but also help businesses who serve these communities reach them more easily with more actionable data and insights, right? And with a platform that is very easy to do business on and transact on.